Hey everybody, it's Mr. Luke Hunter, Mr. Hunter, your music teacher. I hope you all had a great Christmas time and a Christmas vacation. And sorry that we can't see each other today. I miss everybody. I miss you all. So for our first music lesson at home for this week, I thought we could take a look at something really exciting and cool, and you need some kind of a device, like any kind. This thing that I'm going to show you, this website, it should work on any device, I believe, on a phone, tablet, laptop, desktop, whether you have Windows or an Apple, whatever. I believe that it works on everything. Okay, so I will put a link in attached to this video, but if you just want to search it up, it's Chrome, which is a web browser. But I tried this even on Internet Explorer on a different web browser, and it worked on there too. But Chrome, which is the certain type of web browser, Chrome Music Lab. Chrome Music Lab. Okay. So this is what you're looking for. Chrome Music Lab. Now I already opened it up, so I have it under another tab up here. And this is something that I was fooling around with. When you look at that, you're like, wow, that's crazy. I'll just play you what I made with this program here. And it loops. And it goes back. Okay, so I'll stop it there. So this is the main one that I wanted to show you, but there's other stuff. So I'm just going to go to the main page that you'll see. Your song will not be saved. That's okay. Okay, so on the main page, they've got all these different things that you can experiment with. They're called experiments. And this one's called Shared Piano. And I haven't used all of them because there's quite a few. Songmaker is the one that I just had open there. Rhythm. It's kind of interesting. It's a little bit limited, but it's also kind of interesting at the same time. This one is pretty neat. Let's just take a quick look at this spectrogram. So down here at the bottom, you could sing or make noises, or you could draw something, or you could do different instruments here. So let's pick that's a slide trombone. So it's a visual representation of the notes. Let's go to So what's neat about this is as the notes are going higher, you can see them going up in steps, the visual. Or if it stays on a note, it's a straight line. And there's also colors, different colors here. You could interpret it in different ways. But notice the cooler colors in the background, the purple, and the warmer colors are in the front, the yellow and the red and the orange. So a harp, as the notes get lower, higher, lower. So it's kind of neat just to see that, a visual representation of sound and music. There's lots of cool things. Arpeggios, that might be, I haven't even looked at that, or sound waves. I took a quick look at this one, Kandinsky, sorry. The whole thing about this is that you draw. You can pick a different color, which will change the sound of the note, the timbre, what type of instrument, and you're just drawing like a doodle. So say I draw like a and whatever you draw makes a sound. So I'm going to draw something down here. So it's lower, so it makes a low note. And what if I just draw a straight line? That one's going higher. See, I drew the same thing, so it makes the same note. Oh, why is it not working? Something's not working. Okay. Oh, give me a drum beat there. Snare sound. Okay, so if I hit play, it's going to play my drawing. So that's kind of cool. So that's on the two different, like bluish green, like turquoise, lime green. Let's try this one here. Notice it still has a percussive sound for this one. The same as in the other color, it was another percussion, a snare, I believe. Okay, let's hear with this, with the purples and pink. Ooh. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. I like the idea of drawing something and then trying to play that drawing that you've just drawn. So it's kind of neat. The computer does it for you. You could always reset and start over, or you could undo the last thing that you drew if you wanted to get rid of one thing but not the whole thing, or reset and start over. So I'm just going to get out of here. So the main one, so you can kind of experiment with any of these things. This one's called Melody Maker. This is chords. Piano roll is pretty interesting. It's actually, it shows you a song, and these are notes that the piano plays. It's an actual song. And these are well-known classical pieces. So I can switch the... I'm going to go to... So hitting these buttons will change it in one way or another, like it changes the instrument. I can, if I hit this arrow, I think it'll take me to a different song. Yeah, okay, so this one is a Mozart. And these are actually, this is what, there's something called MIDI, M-I-D-I, which is like, if people who have record music might know a little bit about MIDI, which is like, it's data, but musical data interpreted on your computer. And this is what MIDI looks like. And these represent different notes on the piano. So this is a very famous Mozart piece by Mozart, the composer, alla turca, I believe. Turkish March, or Rondo alla turca. Okay, so let's go back to Song Maker. Melody Maker, which was down here, is similar, but Song Maker is a little bit more, you can do more with it. So I would suggest taking a look at this one. Okay, so it's laid out in a grid. Notice this part here is a little bit lighter, and this is a little bit darker, blue, white, and just like a shade, right? So each, this white section here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. Okay, so I want you to think of this and a darker line here. Okay, so this column that has two smaller columns in it, think of this as beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4. Okay, so this would represent one bar of music. And it's each beat, so this is beat 1. Any box that I hit would be a different note. Okay, so that's half of a beat, because this is beat this is the full beat. Okay, now I'm just gonna, if I click on that same spot again, it erases it. Down here at the bottom, if you can see this very well, it's hard to see, it's very faint. There's these little, this is where the percussion track is. So there's only two, you can't really see it on the phone, but there's two, one here and there's one here. So this represents the bass or a low pitch, and then this one is a higher pitched, a snare. So say for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would represent 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a bar 2, bar 3. Whoops, I put that one in the wrong spot. I put that one in the wrong spot too. It's hard to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's just a steady quarter note on the beat with the bass drum, the kick. It would come through better on headphones or big speakers, but these are just the laptop speakers. Now I can change, this is an electronic kit. Now it's on, it says blocks kit, like a drum kit. Before it was on an electronic drum kit. Now this is, let's hear. So slightly different. Conga, electronic, blocks, kit. I'll go back to electronic. 1, 2. Now what if, now there's the other one here which was a higher pitch. So I'm gonna put on beat 2 and beat 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember how I said it? They're all in line, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm putting on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I could take these ones out or leave it in, the bass, the lower sound here. So how many bars do we have? We've got 1 bar, 2, 3, we've got 4 bars of music. Let's hear what it sounds like if I take it, the bass drum out where the snare is being hit. It won't sound that much different. It'll sound pretty similar. We're just hearing the snare all by itself. Okay. So this is a pretty standard pattern for drums. Notice the tempo and the number over here is how fast or slow you want it. So I could slow it down. Now it's really slow. Speed it up again. And everybody do 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 do. It was at a 120, I think, before. Okay, so that's how you create a drum pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just to make it interesting, I'm going to put an extra one here. How about I put a double one here on this? Let's hear it from the beginning. 1, 2, 3. So let's, whatever pattern you decide on, you should have some repetition. You don't want it to be completely random. Music has repetition. That's how you remember how songs are memorable. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. You could even just have a 1 bar pattern and repeat it over and over again. I'm deciding to have a 2 bar pattern. So 1, 2, 3, and. I like that double hit on beat 4, so I'm going to keep that. So Bar 2 is almost exactly the same. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So I'm going to go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then beat 2, 1. Okay, it's a little bit confusing doing it while I'm shooting this on my phone. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, so you can experiment with this, but you want to have some steady kick or bass drum and snare pattern. This drum is often on, this bass drum here is often on the first beat of every bar. So whatever you do, at least have it on beat 1, repeating beat 1 of each bar, beat 1. Okay, always have it on the first beat. Okay, so there's my drum beat. Now, let's talk about, and you don't have to do the drum beat first, but I just decided to. Now, this here, what we have here, starting from this row, 1, if we count up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's a dark line, and then we should have another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this first note, and we can change the instrument. I'm going to change it to piano for now. So 1. I'm going to have it match the drum beat. It does not have to, but I'm deciding to have it match the drum beat. And I'm going to have a whole bar of that, of C. So let's hear that. So this is a C note. I didn't explain that. C, going upwards, it would be the notes of the musical scale, like the white keys on the piano or the notes on a xylophone. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And then that's why there's a dark line here, because then after that, you're back on C again. C, D, E, F, G, all the way up to B. So it has the full scale or an octave from C up to B here, and then C again all the way up to B. So it has 2 octaves. It doesn't have the very, very highest C repeated though. So there's only 2 C's. So I've got C. So let's hear how that sounds. Okay, now let's go to, I'm going to go to a G. C, D, E, F, G. Should I go to a G, guys? Maybe I'll go to an A. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to have it, like I said, I'm going to match the rhythm that I created with my drum part. Okay, so let's listen to what we got. Bum, 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 bum. Now, if you want to singing is like kind of a natural thing. It might help you find the right note. And if, say, you create something and you don't like it, you can always change it. Okay? You don't have to stick with what you first did. I could change this if I didn't like it. That's the whole thing, is you can experiment and try different things. Da 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 dum. Okay, so I'm gonna, because I'm naturally hearing this note next, and then maybe I want to just hear it to see if I like it. So I'll play it again. I don't really like it. I don't like this note. So I'm gonna try, if this was G, F, E. Wait, something's off here. C, D. All right, I'm gonna go for a D instead. Okay, so let's hear that. Now, da 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 da. I'm hearing the G now for sure. G, 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 G. Okay. Let's hear it. Okay. Now I want to hear it with a different instrument. I can do strings, which would be like cello and violin. There's woodwinds. Let's hear woodwinds. Okay. Synth. Okay. I'm going to go back to, I'm going to try strings. Okay, now I don't have to stop there. I'm going to I can add more notes to this. So this is like a repeating melody. I could create something that is in line with this. Like a harmony note is what you would call that would support this. Maybe I could go to like, if you think of something as like a third, like 1, 2, 3 above, if you skip one, like that would sound nice. That would be a rule that would pretty much always work. You could always just pick the note a third above, like skip one. It would always sound nice and support it. You don't have to do that though. You know, maybe you don't want to do that. And maybe you want, or you could always add a third note as well. We could make an E, but we could make it really high. So if this is C, D, E. And like I said, it doesn't have to be in the same rhythm either. Let's take this off. So let's hear that. Now you could hear this top note as the melody maybe. So yeah, that one there. I know this is kind of a long video, but I'm going to try and finish this up soon so you guys can have fun with it. Okay, so I'm just going to fill in some notes here. So we've got C, D, E. This is a C and an A. Then I go down to a D. So if this is a A and a C, this is a D. Okay, I'm going to go up to an F. And then when it goes to G, I know a B would sound nice with it. Okay. So I've just made a song. Now maybe I could maybe create a melody as well on that. Let me think here. So let's hear how this sounds. I can't go high that. No, I can't go. Whoops! What did I just do? Anyway, I don't want this video to go too long, so maybe I'll go. And the point is, experiment, have fun. This is a D and an F. Now, that was even an accident, but sometimes accidents sound good, so I'm just going to leave that in there. Yeah, it sounds a bit funny. Notice I purposely left a melody out here because melody doesn't have to always be on every beat. Space is important too. Maybe let's listen one more time. One, two, and then the 3, 4. Let's see how that sounds. I'm repeating this little melody phrase, but only on 2 beats. So let's hear. Maybe I could put one in there. So it's pretty cool, eh? So I want you guys to have fun with this. There is more even that you can do in the settings. If you wanted to change the scale, like I said, this was set to the white keys on the piano. You could go in here and there's all different, you could make it longer, more than 4 bars. How many beats? If you wanted to change the, not have 4 beats in every bar, you want to make it 3 or 5 or something. Split the beats. So you know how each beat was divided into 2? You could divide it possibly into 4. 2 range octave. We went from, like I said at the beginning, C all the way up to another C and then continuing. That's 2 octave range. You could make it bigger or smaller. Start on C. You could change the scale. Let's see what they have here. Pentatonic, chromatic. So pentatonic would be a 5-note scale and then repeating. And chromatic would be every note, just like on the piano with the black keys as well. Okay, but I'm not going to change anything. You can save your work and it'll give you a link. Let's see, save. Your song is being saved at this link. Copy link. And then, I don't know, email it to yourself to make sure you don't lose it, or download the wave if you just want to have the sound of it. The wave file would be the sound. So yeah, there's lots of fun stuff there. So have fun with this. You can, this lesson went on kind of long. So have fun with this. The whole point is to experiment and to try different things. Nothing is set in stone. If you play a note and then you don't like it, change it. If you like it, keep it. If you don't like it, change it. Try different things. Engage with the software and with the program and have fun with it and just try different things, try different sounds, different drum kits, fast and slow. You can, if I would probably just say don't worry about the settings right now. It'll just make it more complicated, but you can go in there maybe after a while if you want to even try that. You could always restart and reset. So yeah, that's what I came up with. I'm not too worried about it, keeping it. See, if I try and go back, it says your song will not be saved. That's okay. All right. So yes. So Chrome Music Lab. Have fun, guys.